guys, welcome to the channel. So the caption for this particular episode on my channel is this: Is comparison the thief of joy? That's been said, and as a lot of you who follow my channel know, I tend to compare one instrument against another, or sometimes multiple instruments, just to see where they rank, how they sound different, how they differentiate from one another. I'll usually ask, which do you prefer? What do you like? And I usually get those answers, and none of the answers are wrong. I'm asking for an opinion. What's your preference? And I do those same things myself. I have at times had a tendency, maybe not a tendency, but I have at times dismissed one instrument versus another because the one I'm playing might shine a little bit brighter. It may resonate more, it might project more, it could be louder. For what I'm playing at the time, it inspires me more, and I declare it the winner. Not quote unquote the winner, but in comparison and contrast, I would deem that. And so that phrase, comparison is the thief of joy, has been out in the world for some time, and I wanted to introduce that for discussion. So I have a number of guitars right here, and I want to share this. When I choose an instrument, my litmus test, my acid test for, is it a good guitar? Is it a great guitar? Is it a great guitar for me? Is when I'm playing it, do I forget about the physical dimensions? Do I forget about the neck? Do I forget about the action? Do I forget about, are the strings new or old? Is it bright? Is it too much to this and that? If I just start playing music and I get lost in the music and I get inspired and I want to play something else, guys, that's it. That for me, that's it. Now I can compare that same guitar that takes me all of those places to another guitar. Both of them inspire me, but in comparison and contrast, I might dismiss one versus the other. So let's do that just a little bit together. And I don't know how this is going to come off. I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. And I'll just try and play the same thing, and we'll play a couple different things. So I just played the Bouchet. Let me come over to, this is a Gibson Custom Shop 1936 Advanced Jumbo. This also has a thermally aged red spruce Adirondack top, and this also has East Indian rosewood back and sides, although this is a slope shoulder dread versus the square shoulder of the Bouchet. And obviously builder differences. This has hide glue construction. I'm not sure about the Bouchet, etc. The strings are just a little bit thicker. These are D'Addario XS 12.5 through 54s. Oh, I take that back. They're the same. Actually, I put those on this guitar too. So the strings are the same. All right, let's have a listen. That's rich and rewarding. There's a certain classic voice in this guitar. Now, I could put that frame around things. Oh, this sounds more classic. And in fact, I do feel like what I'm hearing is a more classic voice. This guitar is great. Is this better than the Bouchet? Did this win? Oh, I prefer the Gibson Advanced Jumbo. It's a better guitar for me than the Bouchet. Well, maybe on that song, maybe in that key, my energy, my attack that day. Let me come back to the Bouchet. So let's just see how that holds up. Now with that tone, that playability, the feel, I could just sit and play this guitar. In that particular context, I might have said the Gibson wins for me in the room. Listening back over YouTube, maybe I'll feel different, and that's fine too. But this guitar is rich and rewarding, and so is the Gibson Advanced Jumbo. Let's bring in a different guitar. Martin 2025 model D42. This has East Indian rosewood back and sides. This does not have an Adirondack spruce top. It's Sitka. But let's have a listen to this guitar. Now again, not to declare a winner or loser, but okay, so my subjective feeling playing this guitar, the Sitka spruce top doesn't quite have the headroom or the clarity and the detail in the treble. It's a little bit more compressed sounding to my ears from behind the guitar. Maybe that's not true out in front. By the way, the microphone I'm using is made by a company called Audigo. So really, really nice sounding mic. But this guitar sounds great. Yeah, I could get lost in that sound. Comparing, now let's come back to either one of these guitars. Let's try the Gibson. So that sounds really different to me versus the Martin. So doesn't make the Martin good or bad, right or wrong, or the Gibson. Let's come to the Bouchet. So they're all good. I could get lost in any of these guitars. And I do this mentally, by the way. Again, this is a thinking out loud presentation. Sometimes I think, does the Martin D42, as great as it is, as legendary and iconic as it is, does it stack up to these other guitars, to the Bouchets? I happen to think this Gibson 36 Custom Shop Advanced Jumbo is really exceptional. Clearly the guitar doesn't make me play better. Let's bring in one more contestant. This is the Bouchet BG42T-G. So breaking that down, it's a dreadnought with Brazilian mahogany back and sides that are torrefied. Yes, the back and sides are torrefied, so they bake those, thermally cured. And the Adirondack spruce top is also torrefied. That's the -G, the gold touch pack on this guitar. So this is the only mahogany in the comparison I'm doing here. There's a sparkle there. So this is doing that mahogany dreadnought thing, which I love. I absolutely love. Now, had I not picked this up, man, I could have stayed at any one of these rosewood guitars and just created music and been inspired, forgetting about the neck, forgetting about anything but the music. Nice. All right, so that guitar is great. Let's compare that Bouchet to the rosewood. Get lost on this guitar. Just a beautiful guitar. Is it better or not quite as good as the mahogany for you guys tonally? Maybe just listening back, but playing them, they're equally inspirational. Both great, just a different flavor. Vanilla bean versus vanilla. Dark chocolate versus your favorite Swiss chocolate. Different sound. That didn't quite jump out at me as much as playing the Bouchet. So again, comparison is the thief of joy. Depending on what you're playing, that could change how you feel. Doesn't mean you shouldn't compare, but just ask yourself when you're playing an instrument, does it inspire you? Do you forget about the guitar? Do you just get lost in the music? Are you inspired to play things that you haven't played before, or to play more fluently or fluidly? All right, so I'm just going to leave those questions and those thoughts lingering. Welcome your thoughts. What do you guys think? Well, let's just leave it at that. All right, hope you enjoyed this. If you're enjoying the format, please let me know.